Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
Welcome to Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium. Today, we hope to conjure up some of the great Yankee memories when we welcome home world champions.
Let's welcome back Jorge Posada,
Andy Pettitte,
Burn Baby Burn, Ronnie Williams,
The Bam Tino Martinez,
Tony, David Coe, Paul O'Neill,
Yankee captains,
Willie Randolph,
Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry. All-Stars back for their first Old Timers game, and even a few Hall of Famers.
number 42, Mariano Rivera. Let's hear it for Joe Torre. The Yankees invite you to sit back, relax, as we relive the past and look forward to the future of New York Yankees baseball.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Old Timers Day.
And we welcome you to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. It is Old Timers Day, presented by Toyota. And it is a great day of baseball, highlighted by some legends in pinstripes. It's an exciting weekend for all who attend and suit up. And it's exciting as well for Yankees fans who get to see their favorite Yankees back in action once again. Sort of. They will be playing a game. You see a lot of the players of the current Yankees out mingling with some of the legends of the game like Hideki Matsui and so many others. So we're going to bring all of them to you today with introductions, with a ball game featuring the legends of the game. We're so glad to have you with us here for the 78th Old Timers Day, once again presented by Toyota. And we welcome you inside the stadium. Bob Lorenz along with Jack Curry. We'll be joined by some of our colleagues who are playing for the first time. Della Matanzas, Todd Frazier, Adam Ottavino, among others. But Jack, this is always a special day for the Yankees and their fans to celebrate everything that's happening now, but more so tying it to the past.
Bob, no sport does nostalgia and romance like baseball, and no team can do nostalgia and romance like the Yankees, because they are the most successful baseball team in history, most World Series titles. So as you and I were around the batting cage a few minutes ago, everywhere you turn, you are talking to players who have had the highest of successes in baseball. They own those World Series rings, and you can't help but be nostalgic on days like this. And when you see an El Duque, your mind immediately flashes back to what he did. Or you see a David Cone. We know David Cone as our friend and a Yes announcer right now, but I'm looking at him and I'm thinking of all the big games he pitched for the Yankees.
And some of those players you're talking about, the legends and the history they created, came 30 years ago, the 1996 championship team, and we're going to see some of those players in action today as well.
Right. It's fitting that the Yankees are also playing the Braves today. That's the team that they rallied from a 2-0 deficit to win that World Series. And Bob, a couple of weeks ago, I interviewed Joe Torre, and we talked some about that 1996 team and how Torre promised George Steinbrenner that they were going to come back and win 4 straight games, and they did. We're seeing some of the members of that team in the cage right now, Paul O'Neill, followed by Tino Martinez. But, Bob, that was also the team that started that dynastic run, winning 4 World Series in 5 years. Joe Torre's first year as manager, Derek Jeter's first year as the starting shortstop. So if you want to talk about that Yankee dynasty, it had to have a starting point. That starting point was 96.
By the way, want to remind you that we saw Paul O'Neill in the cage, David Cone as well. They, along with the other players that I mentioned, will be mic'd up for our game coverage again today. They'll be joining us on the Old Timers pregame and then the regular pregame again as well as we get set for the Yankees-Braves Game 2. But again, as you look at this assemblage of talent here, it's interesting to see what some players decide to do. Some players want to come in hot, be prepared. They've been prepping for this. They're in the batting cage. They're actually off to the side throwing, and other guys are just like, no, I'm just going to wing it.
Yeah, I think you get a variety of approaches, and no one wants to go out there, Bob, and be embarrassed. They want to go out there and they want to show that they still have that athleticism that made them the players that they became. Well, one last thought on that 96 team. Joe Torre shared a story with me about Game 5. He decided to make some lineup changes in that game, so he planned to rest Tino Martinez, Wade Boggs, and Paul O'Neill. After telling Paul O'Neill he wasn't going to play him, Bob, he changed his mind, had a consultation with Don Zimmer, put O'Neill in the lineup. O'Neill ends up making a tremendous defensive play late in that game on a Louis Polonia bullet in the 9th inning. So Joe Torre talked about how that ended up being a fortuitous change of mind to go back and have O'Neill in right field for that game.
Well, some good news for the Yankees. This surprised some people if you look at their Twitter account, because they came out today and said this, having some fun with it. Old Timers Day game, the Yankees made the following roster moves: reinstated right-hand pitcher, utility man, and Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera from the 364-day injured list. A lot of people remember last year's game. He was injured in that game, but he's healed up now, and he talked to Meredith Marakovits a short time ago.
Mariano, fresh off the IL, how are you feeling, my friend?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I mean, every time that you have a chance to be here in the ballpark and stay foot on this field, it's amazing.
Now, not everyone would get right back out there after a torn Achilles. What made you want to come back and participate again?
It's something that I love. I mean, Meredith, if I don't do what I love, what I'm going to do then? You know, this is my passion. This is what I love. This is what I always will be doing.
So you circle this date on the calendar every year?
Oh, definitely, definitely. David sent me the day, and I'm here.
I just spoke to one of your teammates a short while ago in Bernie Williams, and he said when he puts the pinstripes on still, he gets goosebumps a little bit. Do you as well?
Come on. When you represent the New York Yankees, to me, it's something that never goes old. It's pride, it's honor, you know, and happiness. So every time that you put the pinstripes, it brings back all those memories, all those times.
Do you miss hearing the fans? Is that part of it too, getting to hear the fans cheer your name yet again?
That's part of it. That's it. Part of it, that's it. No más.
Okay, so tell me about your throwing program. Have you been throwing? What's been going on?
No, I haven't done nothing. The first time that I throw a ball after the injury. All right, so yeah, but it's good. It's good. The arm is good. You know, I wish I can feel like this when I was playing.
You'd still be playing then?
So maybe still have been playing.
Now, will you actually get out on the mound today? The rumor is you're getting out there.
Definitely I'll be there. God willing, yes, I'll be there.
And the cutter will still be there as well, right?
I believe so. I believe so.
Hey, before I let you go, just what do you think of this year's team and their chances?
I mean, the team is fighting. You know, I would love to see the bullpen, doing a little bit better. You know, but overall, we're fighting. We're still there, right there. You know what I mean? So, it's hopefully the big men come back, and we got everybody on board, and we see.
You have a ton of teammates around here, also some Yankee legends. Was there anyone you were really looking forward to catching up with again today?
All of them. All of them. To me, it's special.
All right, Mariano, enjoy your day. Good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
We will send it back to you guys on the desk.
Meredith, thank you. Mo, thank you as well. You know, as we reflect on a day like today and you look back, it's amazing to think for who Mariano became, Jack, and who he was when he started, and the ascension from just being in the bullpen to becoming who he became.
Bob, I spoke to Buck Showalter earlier this season, and we talked about that, about who Mariano was way back at the beginning. A guy who was scouted by the Yankees once, wasn't originally signed, was scouted as a shortstop, and then a year later, Herb Rayborn, the same scout, saw him pitch, liked the fluidity of his arm, even though he was only throwing in the low 80s, Bob. And from that moment, blossomed a player who I think was as good at his position and as good at his job at anyone in Major League history. If you go around the diamond, and we're talking about nostalgia, Willie Mays, you could say, is your best center fielder of all time. Johnny Bench, best catcher of all time. It is indisputable that Mariano Rivera is the best closer of all time, and Bob did his job as well as anyone in baseball history.
And doing his job as a great teammate right now. He's on the mound pitching batting practice. I hope there's a little cut on some of those pitches. And for our viewers who have not heard the story, please share it about where that cutter came to be.
Yeah, he was playing catch one day before a game with Ramiro Mendoza, his fellow Panamanian, and his ball just started having that cut, Bob, that right to left cut. it was moving so much that Mendoza thought he was playing around with him. He thought that he was just throwing a two-seamer or a four-seamer that had a lot of movement, and Mariano said, no, I'm not doing anything special to it, and I'm just getting that cut, which obviously just ate up left-handed batters. Jim Tomei called it the greatest pitch he had ever seen. Mel Stottlemyre, Bob, the pitching coach, they originally tried to rid him of this cut because they weren't sure that he could control it, and then smarter heads prevailed, and they said, you could probably use this to your advantage. And yes, he did use it to his advantage. I interviewed Mariano before he went into the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, Bob, and I did a little selfish thing at the end of the interview. I asked Mariano to show me the grip, and then I asked him to throw the ball to me, so I could always say that before Mariano went into the Hall of Fame, I caught his last cutter. It really wasn't, but I can say that.
Oh, it's a great story. And 20 years from now, it'll be legendary. You know that. Speaking of legends, Bernie Williams is one of those in attendance. Always a fan favorite when he shows up to Old Timers Day. Here's Bernie with Meredith Marakovitz.
Thanks, guys. I am with Bernie Williams. Bernie, back in the Bronx. How does it feel to put on the pinstripes yet another year?
It feels great. It's a thing that I never take for granted. I mean, it just reminds me of all those great years that I, stayed here playing, all those championships, all these great memories that I have, Putting the uniform on, it kind of brings me back to all of that. I start feeling jittery, but it's great. You
mentioned those championships. Can you believe it's been 30 years since '96 winning that title?
Oh, my God, how time flies. It's been amazing, and in many ways, it feels like it was yesterday, and in other ways, it feels like it's been a long time. I think my knees are kind of like witness that it's been a long time.
All right, now what do you do to prepare for today? Do you get in the cage beforehand? Do you do anything, or you just come out here and have fun?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. I mean, you want to kind of step on the field. You want to make sure that you step out of the field in one piece. I think, maybe a little bit of throwing, a little bit of, batting practice, a little bit of a cage work, just to kind of get the juices flowing. But at the same time, you want to have fun, enjoy the crowd, and, just take all the love that they can give you.
See, now, it's amazing that you mentioned getting out of here in one piece. Unfortunately, one of your former teammates and friend, Mariano Rivera, had a little incident. The Yankees just put out a press release activating him from the injured list. He is back from the torn Achilles, and he said he is throwing today. Can you believe that determination out of Mo in retirement?
He's always been, one of our biggest competitors, stone cold blood, and now he's proven it. I think he's going to be wobbling around a little bit, so we're going to take advantage of that, try to hit him a little hard.
Think you can still throw that cutter?
We'll see, though. I'm not going to face him from the left side, that's for sure.
I was going to say, we have some fresh pitchers here this time around. We've got Dylan Betances over there, Adam Ottavino. Who would you like to face, and who do you definitely not want to face?
Well, I think Dylan can still throw 100, so I wouldn't want to face him. Ottavino, I think he has a nice little sinker that's going to probably break right into my hands. So I'm not looking forward to hitting. That's the short story here. I'm not looking forward to hitting, but I am looking forward to having a great time and enjoying this great day.
Well, Bernie, I'll let you enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for the time.
Of course.
And we will send it back to you guys at the desk.
Meredith, thank you. Thank you, Bernie, as well. And he's making music and winning awards now doing that. But when he was playing, he was winning awards as well, batting titles. And, Jack, let me ask you, in the pantheon of great Yankees, people say core four, and they always say, well, hang on, how about the Fab Five? They want to include Bernie in that.
And they should. And, Bob, I'm working on a book about the core four, and during my interviews, a lot of people have asked, what about Bernie? And I've said there's going to be an entire chapter on Bernie, because when you talk about the core four, all four of those players will say that their success doesn't happen unless Bernie was there to pave the way. The Yankees needed to have a young player succeed, and Bernie was that young player who overcame some hurdles, overcame some obstacles. And when you look at who Bernie became, Bob, to have a switch hitter in the middle of your order, providing power, just think about the advantages that gives to your manager late in a game. They can bring in whoever they want from the bullpen, but Bernie could go to the right side, he could go to the left side. And Joe Torre told me an interesting thing about Bernie not too long ago. He said that he surprised Bernie one day and thanked him for his leadership. And Bernie almost did a double take because Bernie didn't see himself as a leader, and Torrey said, no, you're a leader because you go out there every day, you play hard every day, and you give me extra effort every day. And Joe wanted to make sure that Bernie understood that.
Well, that's a great story. We've got to take our first break here as our Old Timers Day coverage continues live from Yankee Stadium. Old Timers Day presented by Toyota. More coming up after this.
Yankees Old Timers Day on Yes is presented by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the New York Yankees.
And we're back at Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium, getting ready for the Old Timers Day game, and then a little later, Yankees versus Braves, Game 2. As we get set to go, we mentioned the variety of Yes Network talent that will be on the field in today's Old Timers Day game. So Meredith Barakovich caught up with Aaron Boone and got a scouting report on all the talent.
Now, Aaron, you are not going to be managing this Old Timers game, but I know you know how to evaluate talent, and we are going to be well represented with the Yes Network. We have 6 guys playing in the game, so I'd love to get your scouting report. We'll start with the newcomers, Todd Frazier, Adam Ottavino, and Dellin Betances.
The ringers.
Yeah.
Young blood. So already saw Frazier jump in there. He looks like he borderline could still play. He left the building already. Otto, we'll see if he gets up there and break some ankles with that sweeper slider. So they're the ringers this year without question. I don't know what Big Dellin's got in store. If he can let it eat a little bit, then it might get really ugly for some of these guys.
I would not want to step into the batter's box against anybody, but Dellin in particular, knowing how hard he used to throw, combined with that curveball, that could be bad, Aaron.
Yeah, it could be ugly. And knowing that some of these guys are, a good amount of these guys are quite a bit even older than me, that might lead to some injury.
And he just pitched in the East-West game. Last time he picked up a ball was quite some time before that, so we shall see. Now we have some guys that we typically see here in David Cone, Paul O'Neill, and Willie Randolph. All those guys look like they could still play a little bit too.
Well, Paulie, of course, looks like he's in phenomenal shape. I mean, he could still be in some fitness magazines, but you get him out here, I don't know. This might be a little over his skis right now. Coney told me he's not pitching this year, which, is a little disappointing, but, I don't think he wants to really get hurt. And then, Willow. I haven't seen Willow yet, but Willow always over-delivers in these situations. Like, he'll be out here like he's 45 years old, which is a testament to him, his youthfulness, and just how good he still looks.
I know you're a baseball history buff. Just how much do you love this day every year?
I do. It's, kind of, there's so much going on underneath right now. You're kind of getting ready, and then when you step out on this field and see guys that either you played with, you played against, or in a lot of cases were a fan of when you were a little kid, it's great. And I know to have these guys out here sharing the camaraderie that kind of bonds you for life is pretty cool.
Aaron, thanks for the time. I'll see you in the press conference room at 12:30 to talk about your roster.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll send it back to you guys.
Meredith, Aaron, thank you. So Adam Ottavino and Todd Frazier join us now. We pulled Adam from doing sprints in the outfield, and Todd was throwing around some heavy iron in the gym getting ready for this. But let's talk about the scouting report that Aaron Boone had on you. First of all, he talked about you breaking ankles. You breaking ankles today?
I don't know if my arm's good enough to actually achieve that, but we'll see. Maybe if Todd's in the box, I'll get inspired. We'll try.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow, the way you were throwing earlier, I don't know if you can reach home plate.
I think you might be right.
We're going to see. We're going to see what happens.
And he kind of intimated that you pretty much could play today. He didn't flat out say that, but did you go deep in BP, by the way?
I did. A couple one-hoppers. I finally got one out to left. Felt pretty good. That was the only thing I wanted to do earlier before the game is get one out. Now it's time to let it fly. I think that might have been it right there.
All right, so you're in the cage this morning, but did you do any hitting or throwing prep at all for this?
No. I just throw BP to my kids, and you just come out here. It's natural. It's like riding a bike. Right, Jack? It's real simple.
Well, it's natural for you guys. Sitting here and having a notebook in front of me, that's natural for me. So I've got to ask you guys a question. You were here as players when Old Timers Day unfolded. During those times, how much did you try and soak up the knowledge of somebody that you might have encountered who you'd never met before?
I just tried to talk to as many guys as I could. I remember watching Mariano warm up in the cage before he was going to go pitch. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Just trying to talk to guys. I mean, I really wasn't picking brains as much as trying to get in on some of the stories because guys are pretty open with their stories. So that's the stuff I love. And it's just really cool to be around guys that you looked up to and people you watch play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was trying to get knowledge from pitchers, from hitters, trying to understand basically, you know, what you're going to throw to me. I would ask the old timers all the time, like, what would you throw to me? And they came up with some really good, knowledgeable things. Hitting-wise, I mean, anybody and everybody around this organization is going to give you some good feedback.
Yeah. What kind of poll do we have, by the way, Bob? It just dawned on me. Shouldn't we have Adam face Todd? Wouldn't that be a
he
yes?
is on the other team.
Listen, I don't think there's a strict batting order. There is when the game begins, but
we got to see what kind of
arranged.
poll we have to make this happen.
Yeah, and I think we can make multiple pitching changes as well. So Adam comes in, maybe he leaves, maybe Todd shows up, Adam comes back in. That'd be a nice thing.
Definitely.
Any idea where you're playing on the field today?
Third base, batting eighth for the Bombers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
you know some of your teammates?
Listen,
Did you talk to them? Set up a strategy?
This lineup, unbeatable. 162-0. If you read, Jack, you should read it. It's unbelievable.
Randolph, Matsui, Williams, O'Neill, Martinez, Posada, Soriano, Frazier, Dent, Doyle. Got a lot of big names in there, Adam.
Yeah.
That's good thing I don't have to pitch multiple innings in this one. Yeah.
And your pregame prep was on our post game yesterday, doing a couple arm circles. That's all you did. But you did mention that you wanted to hit. You got in the cage today.
Well, I mean, once I saw Mariano in there, I mean, I had to get in there and just get a look-see. You know, I mean, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, facing unanimous Hall of Famer #1 right here. So I did get jammed at the end. I felt like I got the full Mariano experience.
How did you feel overall, like you did in the cage? You're fouling a couple off there.
Considering my last swing was 2013, it wasn't bad. I didn't miss, at least. I mean, nothing impressive. I would like to get another opportunity, maybe. I see Duque just threw a little bit. We'll see if we can get back in there.
How did you learn about lefty, by the way? Was that always a thing with you?
It started young. I think I was in coach's pitch, and I went 0 for 3 right-handed one day, and my dad said, why don't you try hitting the other side? Got a couple of hits, and we never looked back.
Adam took some BP against Mariano. Who did you go deep against?
Brian.
Brian Weathers?
No, Doyle. Excuse me, not Doyle.
Who, Doyle?
Yes.
Okay.
Lefty. Perfect. That's just perfect speed. He put it right in the cookie house. It was money right there.
Here I am saying Ryan Weathers. I meant David Weathers. But anyway, but it leads me to this question. So the Yankees got David and Ryan Weathers here. They have Clay and Cody Bellinger. I know your kids are young, but when you see that father-son major league thing, how much does your mind ever percolate a little bit and say, oh, man, how cool would that be?
That would be phenomenal. And I saw the Bellingers. They were talking to each other, pretty much the whole time out there. And it's a beautiful thing, It's kind of sentimental if you want the truth. And I talked to him. I said, isn't it cool to have your son, you used to parent him and coach him at Little League, and next thing you know, you're watching them and you can't say a word because they're a professional. He's like, so many times I've wanted to say stuff, but he understands the game. It's pretty cool.
Well, guys, we're going to let you go for now. We're going to see you during our pregame coverage as well. We'll take a break here on our Old Timers Day coverage presented by Toyota. Stick around. Much more coming up live from Yankee Stadium. Great to have you back here on Yes of the Gotham Sports app. As Old Timers Day continues, and again, David Cohn, an integral part of this, not only for the Yankees family, but also for the Yes Network. And moments ago, he caught up with our Alex Day.
How well can David Cohn do David Cohn trivia? All right, Coney, the first one for you. How many times were you an All-Star?
5 times.
5 times. There we go. How many seasons did you have 15 or more wins?
Ooh, good question. Hey, 4?
5. Okay. 3 of those overlapped to the All-Star seasons, too. How many seasons did you have 200 strikeouts?
4?
7.
Oh, I'm a little short.
Put some respect on your name here, Coney. Put some respect on your name. All right, this is a big one. How many RBIs did you have in your career?
Oh, I know I had 64 career hits. RBIs, not too many.
Leave it to a pitcher to know exactly how many hits they have.
My hits. I won the batting title one year. I hit 234 one year. So at the Pitchers League, I won the batting title, so I know that. But RBIs, not too many. Maybe 12?
22.
Wow, okay. Wow.
I don't know the last time you swung a bat. How are you feeling about hitting today at Old Timers?
Not good. If I had a golf club in my hands, I'd be more confident right now.
Alex and Coney, thank you for that. Pop quiz for you. How many books have you written with David Cone?
I was going to say, I could have given Alex some good ones. I could have said, how many interviews did you do with Jack Curry to complete that book, full count? 42 interviews, Bob, 42 sit-downs with David Cone. But David's got something in store for us during the game. He told us he's probably not going to pitch today, but he might be providing even more important content, Bob, moving around the field and doing his own little man on the street.
Yeah.
But I guess it'll be man on the field interviews. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, no doubt. He said he wants to stir it up. In the meantime, that's what Meredith is doing by talking to a variety of people, and she's talking to some family members today. We're going to talk about some father-son duos, 2 in attendance today, and we're going to start with Meredith with Cody and Clay Bellinger.
Hey guys, how cool is this? I have Cody Bellinger and Clay Bellinger. I talked to you guys last year, the first time you were able to share pinstripes on the same day. Just how cool is it to see your dad out here again?
Hey, he's looking good. He's looking good. It looks like he can still play. So.
Now, do you feel like you can still play?
You know, I actually do, except I just walked out here and I already tweaked my hip. So I got a hip flexor problem right now, and I'm playing third base today. So I'm like, oh God. So we'll see how that goes.
Can you take him in the training room for before the game?
So I saw Steve, our old trainer, so he's going to work on me.
Yeah, just get some TFL work in. You'll be all right.
What do you expect out of your dad this afternoon?
Well, now that I heard the flexor strain, I'm not sure. I think last year he made a diving play, so I expect him to be reliable out there.
Reliable, I like that. What do you think of that assessment?
If I can be reliable, I'll be good.
Yeah.
I want to get one at bat.
Yeah.
Hopefully get a hit. Don't want to strike out.
That's the goal.
And maybe make a play or two.
Now, will you have time in your day to come out here and watch him a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, game's at what, 1:30, 1:10, so absolutely. Yeah, I'll be out here watching.
Well, ceremony's at 1 and game's like 1:45 kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Now, how much have you enjoyed? I know you're on the IL right now, but how much have you enjoyed just watching him in his Yankees career so far?
Yeah, it's been spectacular. I mean, even the last 10 years. It's hard to believe he's got 10 years in, which is crazy. We were just talking about that yesterday. So, yeah, it's kind of rough when he's not playing because I anticipate try to get to watch every game, and when he's not playing, it's kind of different. So, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it's great.
Cody, you told me the other day you're moving along, making progress in the rehab.
Yeah, feeling good. I think it's 2 weeks today, so about to go run again and just, as cliche as it sounds, but just taking it day by day.
Hey, they are the Bellingers. Dad, don't join him on the IL today. Clay, come on, be safe. Be safe out there.
Be safe, yes.
All right, we'll send it back to you guys.
Well, that was a fun interview, no doubt. Meredith, thank you. And we mentioned other father-son duos in attendance, and the other one, Ryan and David Weathers. So here is Meredith with those two.
Thanks, guys. I am in the Yankees dugout with Ryan Weathers and his father, David Weathers. First time both of you guys are wearing pinstripes at the same time. Ryan, I'll start with you. How cool is this?
Oh, it's super cool. Obviously, I hope to follow in his footsteps and hopefully win a World Series here. So it's cool that he's got that one up on me in the pinstripes. But it's really cool for sure.
David, just to be able to share this moment with your son, what do you think?
It's to be honest with you, if people knew where we were from, how rare this is, to be here is unbelievable. And I'm proud of him for how he's pitching and all that stuff. But just to persevere, come up here with the Yankees, and I'm like him. I hope in 2026 they bring home another championship, but it's exciting.
You mentioned a World Series. How much has he told you about the World Series he has won with the Yankees?
He's told me a lot. Obviously, he got to pitch in old Yankee Stadium, and some of the stories he had of just the crowd, and when he got the big punch out against the Braves, just how the crowd reacted, just how the stadium would just felt like it erupted, and I think it's just cool. Obviously, he gets to share that with me, and hope that hopefully we can do that.
David, you were unbelievable in the postseason that year. Braves on the other side. Is that kind of a cool element of all of this for you?
It is, and what's unbelievable is I had a okay regular season, but had a really good postseason, and that's what I've told him. That's what Yankee fans want. They love the regular season, but it's all about the postseason here, and to see the Braves across the way, it is pretty cool. And where we're from is almost all Braves fans, so it was even sweeter in '96 to take them down.
Ryan, how much has your dad helped shape your baseball career, professional life?
Oh, I mean, I was raised in a big league clubhouse. I went to all the spring trainings. I went to all the regular season games. I was in the clubhouse. I was in the dugout during games with the Reds. It's obviously shaped who I've been as a baseball player today. And yeah, I mean, it was an honor getting to follow him around. There's not a greater man in the world that I wouldn't follow. And yeah, I'm just super excited we get to share this day together.
David, do you think there was a time when you said to yourself, hey, this kid got it? This kid is gonna get there?
Well, a funny story. I knew he was going to be able to perform. He came in to me and he was probably 8 years old. He said, Dad, I want to wait and hit after the visiting team hits. Well, the stands were full in Cincinnati, and he's just hitting, you know, home run after home run, and people are cheering for him. I'm like, okay, he can handle the stage. But when he got about 14 or 15, I knew the way the ball came out, the way he presented himself, the way he understood the game. I knew he had a shot. I know how hard this game is. But, you know, he's had the talent since 14 or 15 years old, and it's so cool to watch him work hard, to understand how to perform at this level, and he's doing it really well right now.
Now, you're throwing from different sides, but do you see any similarities in the way he goes about his business on the mound?
Yeah, he throws a lot harder than I did. Very similar, a little fire in our gut. We wear our feelings on our shoulder every now and then, and that's that inner self kicking in, and I see a lot of the same fire that I had, but he's much better than I was. He has better pitches, so you know, I was the first one to pitch, but he's better than I was.
Now, Ryan, I just heard him say before we started this interview that he's going to go out there and start warming up his arm. Do you think he has something left in the tank?
We're gonna find out today.
Don't start lying now.
That was a long, dramatic pause, Ryan.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I told him, I was like, hey, the only objective today is not get hurt. So,
yeah.
Are you gonna be out here watching him?
For sure, I'll be out here watching him. I'll be critiquing him, and it'll be fun.
Probably less nerves than he has when he's watching you pitch. How nerve-wracking is that when he's on the mound for you?
It's tough. You know, I never got nervous at all when I pitched. And the whole day he's starting, I feel it all day. Like, I'm in my mind, like what pitches he should throw and stuff like that. And when he makes every pitch, I'm right there with him. And you know, you want your kid to be successful, so you watch him differently than you do the other games.
Well, guys, I know you both have work to do today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the day together.
Thank you.
Send it back to you.
Meredith, thank you, and thanks for the weathers as well. They were talking about nerves. How about nerves of steel? Della Matanz is joining us now. Well, wait a minute, though. Are you feeling any nerves? Your first Old Timers day? You might have to get out there and throw some pitches today.
I'm not nervous right now. I haven't played catch in a while, but I feel good. It's exciting to be here amongst all these legends. I'm calling it Alumni Day because I don't feel old.
Okay.
But, you know, it's good. It's good to be here with these guys.
Dellen, Aaron Boone set the bar very high for you. He's talking about you throwing triple digits out there. Do we need to get the gun on you to see what you're going to register?
If we're throwing triple digits, I'm just going to join the bullpen mid-game, and I'm going to be like, if you guys need an inning, I'm ready.
When you were in that bullpen and you were a player on Old Timers Day, what was your goal in seeing the Old Timers coming back? What were you trying to absorb?
For me, it was trying to soak up all the, information, all the good energy from some of these guys, just being able to be here, like Yogi Berra, you know, guys that I grew up watching. Mariano coming back, I play with him. But him being around and seeing some of these legends that won a lot of championships, whether it was Darryl Strawberry, David Cone, some of these guys that I enjoy watching, being able to be in the same dugout with them, you know, it kind of brings the little kid out of you, and it's always fun to be around some of these legends.
You know, you mentioned playing with Mo, and I wonder, like as a young player coming up, you're trying to just pay attention to everything, probably a little hyper, a little crazy. How do I do this? How do I be a major leaguer? And then you watch a guy like Mo. So relaxed, probably taking a nap during the first portion of the game. Like, how did that change your perspective about how to be a pro?
For me, it's just seeing how he handles the day-to-day. His biggest thing was short-term memory. And he was the best at being able to separate whether he had a blown save, which he didn't have many, but he was able to go back out the next day, and that never happened. So at times we get in trouble when we kind of let that situation the day before get into the next game. And for me, seeing these guys like Derek Jeter and Mariano handle their day-to-day business helped me a lot, especially in playing with the pinstripes in New York, where there's a lot of pressure. You got to be able to deal with that, and those guys were good guys to follow.
Dellen, we said at the beginning of our show, there isn't an organization that can do this the way the Yankees can because of the number of championships and Hall of Fame players. And you look around the batting cage, virtually everyone has a World Series ring. How meaningful is it for you to be able to put that uniform back on again and to know that you're a part of that Yankee legacy?
For me to get the invite is special. Obviously, I got a chance to play here, and I enjoy my time, and I experienced the Old Timers Day. But being able to get invited and be across the room from Mariano Rivera, Jorge Posada, these are guys that I enjoy not only playing with but watching. And El Duque, I mean, these are guys, legends. Like you said, a lot of championships in that auxiliary locker room that we're in. But anytime they come together, they always sharing stories, and it's just I'm honored to be a part of it. And wearing this uniform, I never take it for granted. I enjoy wearing it. It feels great to just be back out here on the field, and it gives a chance for my family to come out and enjoy it as well. They didn't get really to see me play, so hopefully I can give them a good showing tonight.
Now, did your fellow, I'll call them alums, not old timers, did any of them come to you and say, either I'd love to face you today or I want no part of you today?
The first thing they told me is, you better take it easy when you're out there. I said, well, I only know one speed, so we'll see what we'll do. So I don't think they're excited to face me, especially I haven't picked up a ball, Bob, in a long time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where that pitch is going. So up and in, I don't think any of these guys want to see that.
Ottavino said that people want to see offense, so he is going to maybe just groove it in there. You sound like you've got a little more of a competitive streak, maybe the Jeff Nelson philosophy. You're going to try and get guys out.
I might groove it in there and see how it works, but if I start getting hit around, I might have to, look back at my old days and start spinning some breaking balls and throwing some fastballs up and in for sure.
You know what? You might have to generate offense. You might have to pick up a bat. Would you be willing to do that?
I'll definitely do that. I would love to hit.
Did you take some BP?
I didn't take BP. Ottavino did, but
yeah.
I didn't want to. There was Mariano's throwing batting practice. The thing is moving, like when he's cutting. I want to see Mariano pitch because this guy hasn't picked up a ball in I don't know how long, but he's like a robot. He's going to throw the ball right over the plate where he wants it. It's perfection. That's where he was his whole career.
That's the key. It's where he wants it, not where the hitter wants it.
Exactly.
Dylan, look forward to seeing you during the game, and we'll see you later on as well. We'll take a break. More coming up on our Old Timers Day coverage. We'll hear from our other colleague, Willie Randolph, coming up right after this. Stick around.
Yankees Old Timers Day on Yes is presented by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the New York Yankees.
Great to have you back at Yankee Stadium as our Old Timers Day coverage continues. We still call this guy a young timer.
I don't feel that way.
Do you know which number Old Timers Day this is for you?
Wow, that's a great question. I don't miss much. I mean, I think I've done just about all of them, really.
Yeah.
But, the ones that in my era. Anyway.
Yeah. And by the way, you've become so legendary that did I hear correctly? You called a shot today. You're going to call a shot during the game and hit a home run somewhere. That may have just been a rumor.
Yeah, that's a big-time rumor, whatever. Because I think that I'm officially retired now, I think.
You have an Old Timers Day homer on your resume, though, right? 1998?
That's right. Tommy John. Was it Tommy John?
Tommy John.
And that was a huge thrill, Jack. I mean, you think about, okay, Old Timers Day. I tell you what, I was so thrilled running around the bases. It was pretty cool.
Now, we talk about David Cohn has grooved pitches to guys. Matsui comes to mind, Tino, that they went deep. Did you feel Tommy was doing that, or was he was challenging you a little bit maybe?
No, but Tommy threw like that when he pitched. He hit that little sinker. He threw about 70 miles an hour. But no, back then, he was sinker guy. But he threw me a nice little cookie. And usually they try to make you look good. So Gator puts it down the middle. Catfish Hunter used to put it right down the middle. So he did me a favor.
Willie, we always talk about your career and the numbers and all that you accomplished. Over 2,200 hits, a WAR above 60 for the people who, when they talk about Hall of Fame consideration. But I'm walking through the first base dugout, and I see the lineup. And it says Randolph 2B, Randolph second base. When you see that, what's your immediate reaction to say, hey, I'm leading off, I'm back in a game?
Well, it reminds me of 77, 78, because that's when I was really leading off. I was the catalyst for that team. When Mickey came in, I started hitting second. When Ricky Henderson was here, I hit second. So when I see my name in the lineup like that, it reminds me of my early years in the league where I was hitting primary as a leadoff hitter.
Did you bring your special weapon?
The muffin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the muffin over there, but I don't think I'm going to bring it out.
Oh,
I might let somebody borrow it, I think.
Maybe just for like one play and then put it back in storage, because that's a special mitt.
Yeah, a little. Now you see it, now you don't. Whatever, But I, you do get itchy, though, guys. You almost feel like you want to get out there. But last year, my wrist is kind of jacked up, and I tried to go out there and take a swing for my granddaughters. It wasn't pretty. So, Grandpa, you can't embarrass yourself like that. So I just shut it down after that.
Hey, I do want to ask you a quick question about the perspective for you of Old Timers Day, because we talked to Adam Ottavino, Todd Frazier, Dylan Betances. It's their first time. but they were there as players as well to watch. You've spanned so many years of this where you were with legends of the game back doing that. What does this day mean to you, and when you especially reflect on seeing the Whitey Fords and the Yogis, et cetera, here?
Yes, it's special. It's always special. I remember when I was playing when in the old ballpark, we would go into the ballpark, get there early, and because back then we were locking with guys. So one year I would be with Moose Scarron, the next week Hank Bauer, Phil Rizzuto. Joe DiMaggio I wanted to be near, but he was in the corner. He was kind of untouchable back then, so you really couldn't get to Joe. But I always look forward to getting up that next day, almost like the night before Christmas, and just seeing who was sitting in front of my locker. Mickey Mantle was right next to me. So when I think about Old Timers Day, it was all that feeling of being around all these Yankee greats and be able to rub elbows with them, and maybe after the game have a beer with them, because they would hang around and have a beer with the guys.
Willie, we've talked about a ton of Old Timers. You've just brought up some Hall of Famers. I want to talk about, I think, the youngest player in uniform. What's your scouting report on George Lombard Jr.? Oh, I love him. When I first saw him 2 springs ago, you can always tell when the guy has it. You can see the pedigree. You can see that rhythm and that what I call the body clock. He has that. The way he moves, the way he carries himself. Just the athleticism is off the charts. So when I first saw him, I said to myself, this kid's got a chance. And I don't like to compare guys, whether it's Jeter or some of the greats of the game, but you can tell when a kid feels he belongs, the way they walk into the room, and when they stand on the field, you go, you know what, this kid gets it, and he's just ready for an opportunity to grow. So I'm looking forward to watching this kid play. I think he's just obviously scratching the surface. Once he learns how to make those adjustments, which is the important thing, he's going to be a phenomenal player.
All right, so you've seen it all. So Jack and I have seen a lot of stuff. We've seen some dazzling defensive plays. He's only 3 games in, but I guarantee you with Jack and myself, there's already been one play that Lombard Jr.'s made where we've gone, oh, like that was either a great play, a strong throw, something. Has he had that impact on Willie Randolph?
I saw that on the first play, in that double play, the way he just smoothly went over there and just let the ball come to him. And then the way he snapped through the ball was, most guys try to rush it. Yeah. He just went, boop, and it was there. And I'm like, oh, my God. I sat in my chair when I saw it, and I'm like, oh, my God, that's what a shortstop looks like, when you talk about the total package. Yeah. A lot of great shortstops out there, but you can tell there's a rhythm to the game, and he has that easy rhythm.
Willie, he comes from a baseball family, and you can tell with his mom and dad, and he has been prepared for this moment. But very few people know what it's like to be 21 years old and be in the major leagues. You do. If you were going to give a couple of words of wisdom to George, what would they be?
Wow. Just thinking back to when I first came up, playing in this town, growing up here, you have the jitters and being nervous. But to me, it's just about making sure you focus on solidifying that job, because sometimes when you come up, there's that doubt whether I'm going to stay here, am I good enough? Once you start to get your feet wet and start believing in yourself, staying focused on doing the work every day and making sure you believe and don't lose that confidence when you struggle. And he's going to struggle at times, not getting down on yourself and making those quick adjustments. So for me, it was a different year, different era for me. But I think nowadays it's easier for kids to adjust because of all the technology and the fact that they work really hard on a lot of different drills. So when you look at what you see from him, you can see that there's a polish there already. So he was ahead of me as far as that skill set, but mentally is where he's got to get to. Next step for him is going to be that mental approach and how he deals with ups and downs of the season. And believe me, he's going to go through those.
Well, always love seeing you in studio in a suit with us, but love seeing you in the pinstripes. How are they feeling today? Good?
Always feels great. Always feels good when I put the pinstripes on. And then all those guys in that dugout, those are my brothers, and it's always a pleasure to see them every time.
That's great. It's great to see you too. Willie, thanks.
Right,
we'll take a break here on our Old Timers Day coverage. We got more coming up from Yankee Stadium, introductions in the game as well, so stick around.
One face we frequently saw here at Old Timers Day was Tommy John, who played parts of 8 seasons in pinstripes. He won 21 games in 1979 and 22 in 1980, finishing in the top 4 in voting for the Cy Young Award both seasons. Tommy has been in poor health recently, and he asked us to pass along this letter. I want to thank the Yankees organization and the Steinbrenner family for giving me this opportunity to say goodbye to everyone, along with all the friends and fans who followed me throughout my 26-year career. Thanks to Dr. Job, who saved my arm and made it possible for me to continue pitching. That surgery has since gone on to save the careers of countless pitchers, including many of the very best in the game today. Thank you to all the fans who supported me and my teammates for 26 years. I will never forget you. The day I left for my first job as a pitcher, my father looked at me and said, "Good luck, Tommy. Just remember one thing. Whether you make it in the big leagues or you don't, you'll always just be Tommy John from Terre Haute, Indiana." I've never forgotten those words. Thank you, and God bless. Our thoughts are with Tommy and the entire John family.
Great to have you back with us here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app as our Old Timers Day coverage continues, presented by Toyota. Meredith Morakowitz has had a chance to talk to a variety of players here, including, right now, Jorge Posada.
Jorge, you are back in the Bronx putting the pinstripes on again. How much do you look forward to this day every year?
I look forward to it because I get to see guys that I haven't seen in a while, and we had a good time in the clubhouse with reminiscing, so it's fun to come back.
Now, it's funny because when I hear about the stories that happen in that clubhouse, oftentimes people say every year they get embellished a little bit more and more. Is that true?
Well, hopefully they don't, it's not a lie, and they keep building it, because obviously there's a lot of us, and if somebody's making it a little bit more than he was, we call him out.
I love that. Hey, you've got the catcher's mitt right there, ready to go. You're getting behind the plate this afternoon?
Maybe for an inning, yeah. I got to stretch and I got to get ready for this, but yeah, I'll be back there for an inning.
Have you been doing anything to get ready? When's the last time you got behind the plate?
Last year. Yeah, that was it.
Now, there's a rumor going around. I don't want to tell you who told me, but I will. Paul O'Neill said you were sore for quite a few days after that.
My back was sore after that day, yeah, after that last Old Timer, so I got to stretch it a little bit more this year.
Hey, since last year, ABS has been instituted around the league. Is it instituted for the Old Timers Day?
Oh, wow. I'll bring it. If somebody's throwing a strike and somebody takes it, I'm going to call it, yeah.
I can't wait to see if it comes up on the board. Hey, what have you thought of that new wrinkle to the game?
I know. I like it, especially late in the games with people on base, important situation, and somebody calls a ball a strike is very important. And obviously when you're back behind the plate, you want all the strikes to be called, so it's important.
Hey, there's a guy on the mound right now that's just coming off the IL, and Mariano Rivera. You caught him a lot back in the day. Just what do you think he's going to have today on the mound?
He said he's 100%. I don't believe it, but Mariano, so he wants to be out here. He loves this game.
Now I know you got in the cage already. How'd the swing feel?
Bad. It's so bad. I didn't get a ball out of the infield, so we'll see what happens.
We shall see. Time will tell. Jorge, enjoy your day.
Thank you so much, guys.
Send it back to you.
Meredith and Jorge, thank you for that. Jorge and John Flaherty are going to have their hands full today catching behind the plate. It is a hot one here on the field.
It is sizzling, and if you're the catcher, you're probably hoping that those innings go quickly. But when I see Jorge Posada, Bob, I just think of how important he was to those Yankee teams, how much passion he brought, how fiery he was. His best friend on the team was Derek Jeter. We all know that. Derek Jeter was the captain of the Yankees. But Posada was the assistant captain. He was almost the enforcer. He was a guy who would deliver message, and if he had a disagreement with a pitcher, somebody like El Duque, they would hash it out. It might get a little contentious, it might get loud, but they will always tell you in the end that they were brothers and they were trying to achieve the same goal.
The story you told us earlier about Joe Torre thanking Bernie Williams. So Bernie was a leader, but he was quiet. There's probably Jeter in between, right? A little more vocal, and then Posada was here in terms of the vocality.
Excellent point by you, Bob. Even Jeter was a leader in terms of leading with his actions. And you watch Jeter take care of his business, and if you were the 24th guy in the roster, you would say, well, if the best guy on the team is acting like that, maybe I should act like that. But, yeah, Posada was the type of guy who would get in your face. If he saw something that he felt wasn't right and wasn't helping the Yankees push closer toward a win, he had no qualms about making sure that he talked about it.
It will be a little more laid back today, no doubt about that. But as they're airing a video on the screen, getting ready for the ceremonies here, the fans are starting to fill their seats. And, of course, we'll get it upstairs in just a couple minutes. Michael Kay will have the introductions of all the players. As we get ready to go, what are some of your memories of this day, and certainly hearing the stories from the players themselves?
Bob, I always like to look at the current players interacting with the legends and the heroes, because quite often those current players grew up watching those other players. So I'm going to go way back. I've covered Old Timers days where Joe DiMaggio was receiving a Mercedes-Benz in 1991. I've covered Old Timers Day where Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra were sitting in the dugout fielding questions from reporters, but even from current players who wanted to interact with them. And you look at the current Yankees, they want to talk to Posada. They want to talk to Rivera. Look at Adam Ottavino, one of our studio analysts at Yes. He talked about how it was a lifetime achievement to just get in the box and take a couple swings against Mariano Rivera. Very cool.
Yeah, and isn't that interesting, too, what he said, the perspective of facing Mo from that angle and not just seeing it on television?
Yeah, I think a lot of pitchers would like that opportunity, or maybe they wouldn't like that opportunity, because if Mo was on, forget about it. You're just rolling it over, or he's breaking your bat.
Well, we're glad you're with us. A full day of baseball here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Our Old Timers Day coverage continues now as we get it upstairs to the public address announcer to begin the introductions, and then after that, the Old Timers Day game. Stick around. A lot more coming up. Let's get it upstairs.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Old Timers Day. Please direct your attention now to the microphone behind home plate and join the Yankees in welcoming our MC, Michael Kay.
Hello, everybody. It's always great to hear that legendary voice at Yankee Stadium. Another legendary voice that was great to hear at the stadium and had been the soundtrack of today's festivity for decades was the voice of my longtime friend, John Sterling. John loved this day and loved sharing the Yankees' legendary history with you, the fans, each year on Old Timers Day. So before we get started, let's all give a one-of-a-kind broadcaster, an amazing person, John Sterling, one more Yankee Stadium ovation. Well, as a huge Broadway fan, John would remind us that the show must go on. So without much further ado, welcome to the 78th annual Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium. This is always one of my favorite days of the baseball season, getting to see all these former Yankee greats back together, wearing the pinstripes and the interlocking NY. No professional sports team has a history like the New York Yankees. They've been to the World Series an amazing 41 times, winning the Fall Classic 27 times. More championships than any other team in the history of professional sports. Today, we welcome home some of those world champions, as well as all-stars, Yankee captains, and even a few Hall of Famers. To start the program, we have some very special guests to introduce. Her husband played for the Yankees in the 1950s and helped lead them to 5 world championships, hitting .333 in those World Series. Later, he became the Yankees manager, leading them to 2 more World Series titles. In all, he was part of 7 Yankees World Championship teams. Representing Billy Martin and being escorted by Yankees pitcher Ryan Weathers, let's hear it for Mrs. Jill Martin. He played 13 seasons for the Yankees and was a Gold Glove Award winner and a 5-time All-Star who appeared in 2 American League Championship Series and 1 World Series. In 1983, he hung up his cleats for the microphone and continued at Yankee Stadium broadcasting Yankees games for 25 years, representing Bobby Mercer and being escorted by Yankees outfielder Cody Bellinger, Mrs. Kay Mercer. Her husband was an 8-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove Award winner, 2-time world champion, as well as the 1976 American League MVP. In April of 1976, he was named the 6th captain in Yankees franchise history and was the captain of the 1978 championship team. Tragically taken from us on August 2nd, 1979, his locker remained empty until the close of the original Yankee Stadium. Representing Yankees captain Thurman Munson and being escorted by the current Yankees catcher Austin Wells, please welcome Mrs. Diana Munson. Our first old-timer we're going to welcome back is a man that is used to being first. He was the first overall pick in the 1967 amateur draft, and on April 6, 1973, when he stepped into the batter's box, he became the first ever designated hitter in Major League history. In 6 seasons with the Yankees, he hit over 300 and drove in over 200 runs. Let's welcome Ron Blomberg. He spent 3 seasons in the Bronx, a member of both the 1999 and 2000 World Championship team. He was a jack of all trades for the Yankees, playing every position except pitcher and catcher. And like father, like son, his son Cody is playing multiple positions for the Yankees since last season. Let's welcome Clay Bellinger. This New Jersey native was a first-round draft pick out of Seton Hall in 1975 and was traded to the Yankees prior to the 1980 season. He went on to have the best season of his 18-year career that season, hitting .277 with 30 doubles, 14 homers, and 85 runs batted in. And he finished 7th in the American League MVP voting. A huge defensive presence behind the plate. He spent 7 seasons in pinstripes and was a member of the 1981 American League Championship team. Here he is, Rick Cerrone. This native of Brooklyn has been with the Yankees in just about every capacity. He was a Yankee infielder during the 1982 season. He was a manager in the Yankees minor league system. He was the first base coach on the 2000 World Championship team. And now he's the manager of the Old Timers Day game. Let's welcome Lee Mazzilli. Our first newcomer was a strong arm out of the bullpen in 2019 and 2020. In 2019, he won 6 games in relief with a 1.90 ERA, and he struck out 88 batters in just 66 1/3 innings pitched. Now you can find him analyzing the Yankees on the Yes Network. Let's welcome back Adam Ottavino. This next guy is back for the first time as well. A native of Toms River, New Jersey, he came over in a mid-season trade during the 2017 season and hit home runs over the last 2.5 months of the season to help the Yankees get within 1 victory of the World Series. Now that he's retired, he has also stayed around the Yankees family, working on Yankee broadcast on Yes. Let's hear it for Todd Frazier. Although this next guest is also back to Old Timers Day for the first time, he's been at multiple Yankee games this season to watch his son pitch. He came over in the middle of the 1996 season and was a key arm out of the bullpen in the postseason that year. He pitched 3 scoreless innings and was the winning pitcher in Game 4 of the ALDS, and then pitched another 2.2 scoreless innings in Game 4 of the ALCS to pick up the victory there. His son Ryan has already won 5 games for the Yankees this year. Welcome back, David Weathers. Our next guest was a dependable backup behind the plate for the 2003 American League champions. Everyone remembers the night that Derek Jeter dove into the stands. Well, it was his walk-off hit in the 13th inning that won the game. Let's welcome back Flash John Flaherty. This player had 2 tours in pinstripes, playing for the Yankees in 1997 and 1998, and then coming back to the team during the 2004 season. A fan favorite who provided a spark off the bench with his speed. He was a .348 hitter during his time in the Bronx. Let's welcome back Homer Bush. This next guest made an immediate impact when he arrived in the Bronx in 1998. In his first Yankee Stadium start, he went 5 for 5 with 2 homers and 2 doubles. Over the final 10 days of the season, he had .464 with 7 home runs, including 3 grand slams, and he drove in 20 runs. He added 2 more home runs in the ALDS sweep that season. Let's hear it for Shane Spencer. Our next first-time returnee was one of the most intimidating relief pitchers of the last decade. Standing 6'8", he struck out 621 batters while pitching only 681 and 2/3 innings in pinstripes, and he was named to 4 All-Star teams. He was primarily the 8th inning setup man, but could also close when needed. He's another former Yankees player who lends his insight on the Yes Network. Welcome back, Dellin Betances. Well, this next old-timer broke into the big leagues in a big way in 2001, hitting 34 doubles and 18 home runs for the American League champions. And he finished 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. 2002 was his best season in pinstripes, earning his first All-Star Game selection, hitting 300 with 51 doubles, 39 home runs, and 102 runs batted in, while also stealing an American League best 42 bases. Let's hear it for Alfonso Soriano. This next guest spent 3 seasons as a Bronx Bomber from 1978 to 1980. Who could forget the 1978 World Series when he had 3 hits in both Games 5 and the deciding Game 6. He would bat .438 with 7 hits in the World Series and drove in 2 runs in the Game 6 clincher. Say hello to Brian Doyle. A 2-time All-Star in 1976, he led the American League in runs scored, and he was also a key member of the 77 and 78 World Championship teams. In the 1978 ALCS, he had .313, and his home run in Game 4 was the eventual winning run, sending the Yankees back to the World Series. Here he is, Roy White. This next guy, always a fan favorite, and was a key member of 2 World Championship teams. He was an All-Star in 1976, and he led the Yankees in both hitting and stolen bases in 76 and the 77 championship season. Then, during the 1978 postseason, he batted .379, helping the Yankees repeat as champions. One of the fastest men to ever wear the pinstripes, Mick the Quick, Mickey Rivers. Now, we come to three guys who hit three of the biggest home runs in the Yankees' storied history. This first baseman was at the heart of the 76, 77, and 78 lineup and would play a total of 6 seasons with the Yankees. It was October 14th, 1976, and the Yankees hadn't been to the World Series since 1964. The score was tied at 6 when he led off the bottom of the 9th inning with a home run that put the Yankees back in the World Series. Let's hear it for Chris Chambliss. Our next guest was a 3-time All-Star for the Yankees. Not only did he hit one of the biggest home runs in Yankees history, it was against their hated rivals in Boston. On October 2nd, 1978, his 3-run home run over the Green Monster at Fenway Park etched his name into Yankees history forever, as it helped give the Yankees the Eastern Division title. He would then go on to hit .417 with 7 RBIs in the 1978 World Series, en route to being named World Series MVP. How about a hand for Bucky Dent? Well, he came over at the trade deadline in 2003 and hit one of the most memorable home runs in Yankees history as his 11th inning walk-off home run in Game 7 of the ALCS, also against Boston, sent the Yankees to the World Series. Now, he's in his 9th season as Yankees manager. Please welcome the manager of the New York Yankees, Aaron Boone. Well, he spent 7 seasons with the Yankees and was a key member out of the bullpen for the 98, 99, and 2000 World Championship teams. The 2000 postseason was arguably his best, going 3-0 with a 1.10 ERA. He was a winning pitcher in the deciding Game 5 of the ALDS and then pitched a perfect 4 1/3 innings of relief in the World Series, getting the win in both Game 1 and the championship-winning Game 5. Let's hear it from Mike Stanton. This tall righty reliever helped the Yankees win 4 World Series championships. In 2000, he led the Yankees with a 2.45 ERA while winning 8 games out of the bullpen for the World Champions. He was also a key member of the 96, 98, and 99 World Championship teams as he had a 2.25 ERA in World Series play. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Nelson. Well, if they're utility pitchers, this next guy would have fit that role. He could start, long relief, short relief, and even close some games in his 7 seasons with the Yankees. A big part of the 96, 98, 99, and 2000 Yankees World Championship teams. In 1998, he set a career high in wins. Let's welcome back Ramiro Mendoza. Our next guest spent 7 seasons with the Yankees and was a member of 4 World Championship teams. He was a part of the 96, 98, and 99 teams, but he will always be remembered for his base hit in the 9th inning of Game 5 of the 2000 World Series that scored the game-winning runs that led the Yankees to their 26th championship. Always a fan favorite, Luis Sojo. Well, he was one of the most popular pitchers on the World Championship teams at the end of the last century. He defected from Cuba and signed with the Yankees just before the beginning of the '98 season. He brought his unique leg kick to the majors and would win 12 games that year for the 1998 World Champions, and 2 more in the postseason, with none bigger than his masterpiece in Game 4 of the ALCS that evened the series. The following year, he led the '99 World Championship team with 17 wins. One of the great postseason pitchers of all time, he won his first 8 postseason decisions. The 1999 American League Championship Series MVP and a 3-time world champion with the Yankees. Let's hear it for El Duque, Orlando Hernandez. He came over via a trade in November 2008, and his infectious smile and personality were an immediate hit with his teammates and Yankees fans. He had 29 home runs and 35 doubles in 2009. And in the World Series that year, he had 316, and his home run in Game 3 ended up being the difference in the game as the Yankees took the lead in the series. He spent 4 seasons in pinstripes, hitting more than 20 home runs in each of those seasons, and he was named to the 2010 All-Star team. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Swishalicious, Nick Swisher. He signed as a free agent prior to the 2006 season. He added a great combination of speed and power to the top of the lineup. He led the 2009 championship team in runs and tied his career high with 24 home runs. He had 364 in the 2009 World Series. And in the 9th inning of Game 4, he would steal second and third base on the same play, coming around to score the tie-breaking run that gave the Yankees a 3-1 series lead. Always a fan favorite. Welcome back, Johnny Damon. He was already a legend in his native Japan when he signed with the Yankees in 2002, bringing his powerful bat to the Bronx. In his first game at Yankee Stadium in 2003, he launched the grand slam into the bleachers. He would spend 7 seasons in pinstripes and earned 2 All-Star appearances. In 2009, he had 28 home runs and had 90 ribbies. Saving his best for last, he set a World Series record with 6 RBIs in Game 6 en route to winning the World Series MVP award with a .615 average, 3 home runs, and 8 runs batted in, helping the Yankees to their 27th World Championship. Let's welcome back Godzilla, Hideki Matsui. This Yankee was a key member of 4 World Championship teams, a 2-time All-Star while in the Bronx. In '98, he led the American League with 20 wins and led the Yankees with 209 strikeouts. He was 6-1 in the postseason as a Yankee. And on July 18th, 1999, he would forever etch his name in Yankees lore when he would pitch the 3rd perfect game in Yankees history. Let's have a warm welcome back for another one of my Yes broadcasting partners, Cody David Coe. A key member of the 1977 and 1978 World Championship teams, is one of the greatest second basemen in the history of the Yankees with his steady play and solid offense for 13 seasons. This former Yankees captain appeared in 5 All-Star games while wearing pinstripes and is 4th in the Yankees all-time stolen base list. After retiring, he was the third base coach for 4 Yankees World Championship teams, meaning that he helped the Yankees win 6 World Series titles. Always a fan favorite, a member of the Yes Network, Willie Randolph. This career Yankee won 16 games in 1977 and another 2 games in the postseason. In 1978, he had one of the greatest seasons of any pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball, winning the Cy Young Award with a 25-3 record, 248 strikeouts, and a 1.74 ERA. He was a winning pitcher in the one-game playoff with Boston, and in the postseason, he just kept going, giving up just 1 run over 8 innings in the ALCS Game 4 clincher and throwing a complete game victory in Game 3 of the World Series. He twice led the league in wins and in earned run average. He's third on the Yankees all-time strikeouts list, and he holds the Yankees record with most strikeouts in one game with 18. Ladies and gentlemen, Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry. The Yankees traded for this first baseman prior to the 1996 season, and he helped lead them to 4 world titles. Not only did he play flawless defense every night, he produced 2 of the biggest home runs in World Series history. First, in 1998, his grand slam in the 7th inning of Game 1 helped lead the Yankees to a sweep of the Padres. Then, nobody will ever forget the way he made the stadium rock with his dramatic home run with 2 outs in the 9th inning of Game 4 of the 2001 World Series. Let's hear it for Constantino Martinez. A homegrown Yankee, he spent his entire 17-year career in pinstripes, and he was the latest in the long line of great Yankee catchers. He drove in 1,000 runs during his career in pinstripes and hit over 20 home runs in 8 different seasons. A 5-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger winner, and a key member of 5 World Championship teams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Jorge Posada. This old-timer spent 9 seasons patrolling right field. A 4-time All-Star, he had 4 straight years of driving in at least 100 runs, and he hit over 306 times, leading the American League in hitting in 1994. One of the fiercest competitors Yankee fans have ever seen. He was a key member of 4 World Championship teams. In Game 5 of the 96 World Series, with an injured leg, he ran down a deep fly ball for the final out of a 1-0 Yankees victory that brought the Yankees back to New York with the chance to close it out. Now, he's also one of my broadcasting partners on the Yes Network. Ladies and gentlemen, the Warrior, Paul O'Neill. Our next guest would play his entire 16-year career for the Yankees. He's one of the great center fielders in Yankees history. He ranks in the top 10 in Yankees history in most offensive categories. He was a 5-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove Award winner, 96 American League Championship MVP, and the 1998 American League batting champion. His 2 walk-off home runs at Yankee Stadium during the 96 and 99 ALCS Series play helped lead the Yankees to 4 World Championships. He has a .321 batting average in League Championship Series games, and he holds the record for most career postseason RBIs and is third in career postseason home runs. After retiring from baseball, he started his music career and became a Latin Grammy-nominated artist. Time to burn, baby, burn. Welcome back, Bernie Williams. Well, next is a resident of Cooperstown, who was at his best in October. In his 5 years with the Yankees, he hit 144 home runs while being named to the All-Star team each season. He led the team to 4 division titles, 3 American League pennants, and 2 World Championships. Who could forget Game 6 of the 1977 World Series when he smashed 3 home runs in consecutive at-bats en route to being named World Series MVP. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1993. Please welcome Mr. October, Reginald Martinez Jackson. Named manager of the Yankees prior to the 1996 season, he led the Bronx Bombers to their first World Series title in 18 years. He managed the Yankees for 12 seasons and is second in franchise history with 1,173 wins as manager. He's 5th on baseball's list of all-time winningest managers. He's one of only 2 managers to lead their teams to 3 consecutive championships. And in 1998, he led them to a major league record 125 wins. During his 12 years in the Bronx, he led the Yankees to 6 American League pennants and 4 World Championships. And in 2014, he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Joe Torre. Not many remember that our final guest began his career as a starter before being moved to the bullpen. He was the 8th inning setup man on the 96 championship team, striking out 130 batters in just 107 innings. Then, Joe Torre decided to hand him the closer's role in 1997. And boy, did that work out. He was a 4-time American League saves leader, 5-time American League Roll Age Relief Pitcher of the Year, and 3-time American League Delivery Man of the Year. In 2009, he became just the 2nd player in baseball history to record 500 career saves. And on that same night, he recorded his first and only career RBI. A 13-time All-Star, he was even better in the postseason. He has the lowest postseason career ERA in baseball history. He holds a baseball record for most postseason saves with, coincidentally, 42. He was the 2003 ALCS MVP and the 1999 World Series MVP. A 5-time world champion, he was the first player ever to be unanimously elected to baseball's Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to enter Sandman, baseball's all-time saves leader, number 42, Mariano Rivera. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise? Let us now spend a moment in silent prayer as we remember those members of the Yankees family we have lost since last Old Timers Day. Rosemary Abatino, Marjorie Afterman, Stanley Behar, Bobby Boughton, Christine Bruno, Linda Callahan, Helen Chang, Henry Grieve, Nancy King, Rick McDonald, Margaret Mormino, Anthony Pereira, Richie Pop, Andy Wendiero, Betsy Richardson, Louis Serra, Sandy Alomar Sr., Gary Blaylock, Billy Bryan, Ken Clay, Al Kloster, Brian Dayette, Wayne Granger, Al Holland, Andy Costco, Zach Monroe, Jesus Montero, Tom Nieto, Ellie Rodriguez, Bobby Cox, and John Sterling. Thank you, and please remain standing. Robert Merrill was a mainstay at Old Timers Day when he would sing either our national anthem or America the Beautiful. Now the Yankees would like to pay tribute to number 1.5 with his rendition of our national anthem. Well, fans, it's almost time to play the 2026 Old Timers game. Today's Old Timers game will be called by Yankees public address announcer Paul Olden. He will take over the call of the Old Timers game shortly. We hope you enjoyed the ceremony, and now it's time to enjoy the game.
Glad you're with us on our Old Timers Day coverage. The ceremonies emceed by Michael Kay. It's Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry with you as we continue this afternoon. And there's the photo opportunity that so many of these guys look forward to. And Jack, we should note to our audience that it's an entire weekend of festivities that starts with a welcome back dinner on Friday night and it continues into the festivities in the game today.
Right, and when you talk to these players, they talk about that, Bob, about the camaraderie, about getting the opportunity to share time with people that they used to see every day, and now they might only see one time a year. I always watch this ceremony so closely, Bob, because it's sort of the equivalent of an orchestra reaching a crescendo. You want to see those applause get louder and louder and louder. And from Reggie Jackson to Joe Torre to Mariano Rivera, you could hear and see how beloved they are at Yankee Stadium.
And when they're introducing all of the old timers, and there are obviously more than 30 of them, there's an ebb and flow of the applause. For example, when a Hideki Matsui comes out, it's things that he did resonate with certain fans probably more than, let's say, a Bernie Williams. For whatever reason, they just have their favorite players that they cheer for.
It also helps when they're showing video highlights on the scoreboard, and Hideki Matsui, who owned the 2009 World Series, is performing at the level that he performed. And you mentioned Bernie Williams, Bob. We talked about him on our pregame show. Joe Torre, right there, surprised Bernie at one point in Bernie's career by saying to him, "You are a leader. You are one of my leaders, and I want you to be aware of that. I want you to know how important you are to the dynamic of this team, because you show up every day, you work hard every day, and you perform."
And those teams in the late 90s, the dynasty era, they remind you, just especially in this day and age, how difficult it is to three-peat, to win 4 times in 5 years. Those teams were special, and they were built with special rosters. And as we know, Jack, had some of these players who are here willing to take lesser roles than their superstar roles previously in order to contribute to a championship.
Yeah, one of the things Joe Torre used to always say about the teams that he managed is he wanted players who understood that the player on both sides of them in the clubhouse was equally important to them. You want someone who understands that this is a team effort. It's a team trying to win games and trying to win championships, Bob. And 30 years ago, against these very same Atlanta Braves, the Yankees did win that 96 title. Torre's first year, Jeter's first year, and they went on to win 4 or 5. A dynastic run that puts those players in heavenly baseball company.
Yesterday on Yes, prior to our pregame coverage of Game 1 between the Yankees and the Braves, we were showing the 96 championship. And one thing we're all waiting for as it relates to somebody who's calling yesterday's game and today's, Paul O'Neill, waiting for that run-in from right field when he jumps over the pile, rolls over his back, and it's part of a scrum that was so joyous but almost looked kind of dangerous, right? There were so many guys in that pile.
When you're trying to celebrate and you're very, very excited about celebrating, Bob, and the season's over, I guess a little bit of a risk in that leap isn't going to slow you down, but I know exactly what you were talking about. In fact, I remember that picture because I was writing for the New York Times at the time, and that was the picture that they used to capture the celebration of that team's victory, falling behind 2-0 against the Braves at home, outscored 16-1 in those 2 games, and Joe Torre promising George Steinbrenner, we're going to win the next 4, and they did.
And what's amazing is that's such a great story, and he certainly had no certainty of that, but he felt that certain about the talent of his team, that they could overcome a Braves team with a tremendous pitching staff.
He felt that way, and I think one of the reasons he felt that way, Bob, has to do with someone who is our colleague right now. If you look back at that 96 series, that series pivots in Game 3. And it was David Cohn who started that game for the Yankees. I interviewed Chipper Jones several years ago talking about that 96 World Series, and he pointed right to that game. He said Coney changed everything for the Yankees.
Well, we've got a variety of our broadcasters and players mic'd up. Paul O'Neill is mic'd up. He's got
All right, we're heading out to get loose. Tino, you want to have a catch? Yeah. You don't have a first base pad, huh? All right, don't go too far now. I won't make it. Hey! Hey, don't be handcuffing me.
Paul, I know you just started warming up. How does the arm feel?
I'm really busy here, man. I'm getting loose. In case I need to throw somebody out. Between you and me, that ain't happening. Oh. Hey, Homer. You know, how in the NFL they catch it in the hand and you can throw it for me. How's this?
Oh. Yeah. What's up, guys? Me and Burn, baby Burn, having a little catch here. Oh, this has been fantastic. Look at it. I'm having catch with one of my idols growing up. This is so cool, man. Unbelievable.
Hey, Todd, it's Bob up in the booth. I want to know, how does the arm feel? Because
I can't really hear you.
The arm feels great. Hey, we're on a big league field, man. The arm's got to feel great. Come on. ready to go here, man. How does Paul look over there? I don't know. He doesn't look like he's ready. Hey, boys, I got a first base glove. It's going to third base. I need a little extra room there, so. All gravy.
Hey, Todd. Jack Curry, can you hear me?
Yes, what's up, Jack?
You just mentioned that you got a chance to play with Bernie, and he was one of your heroes. What did you like about Bernie's game?
How smooth, how silky smooth he was, man. Everything from hitting from the left and right side, and under pressure, he's the guy you wanted. You know what I mean? It was fun to watch.
Hey, Paul, you're walking out to right field. My leg hurt back then, man. Now everything hurts. It was just my leg back then. I'm going to keep this in my pocket in case I need to pull it out.
Paul, how's it feel walking back out to right field at Yankee Stadium?
I got an old buddy over there named Bernie. It's good. I used to laugh at him because he couldn't throw well. Now I can't even get the ball to him. He got a better arm than I do.
Hey, Paul, what about the patch of grass in right field that you used to cover?
Bernie, by the way, you got everything in right center. Things have not changed a bit. This is kind of beat up right here. If I get a bad hop, oh, I thought we had a hitter. I was getting nervous. Uh-oh, I just short hopped him.
All right, let's check in with David Cohn. David, you said you were going to be all over the field today. Right now, you're in the dugout. What do you got?
Well, I'm next to Louis Soho, and we want to do a redo of our famous Adidas commercial, and it took him 17 lines to get the line, so you got one more chance. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Connie, why don't you have it there?
One try, one take. He got it. He got it.
Are you sure it was 17?
It was 17.
That was more.
The best. Louis Soho, the best.
David, you are going to be wandering around the field, right? Getting a little field intel out there?
Absolutely. I'm going to be bird dogging all over the field. And trying to pick my spots. You know, I think we're well covered here. We got new guys, we got old guys, we got guys on the field, in the dugout. We got it covered.
And Bob, Mariano Rivera taking a step back to earlier in his career. Mariano Rivera, starting pitcher today, facing Mickey Rivers.
And Mo fielding to his position like he did so well.
Ouch. How are you guys? Uh-oh, we got a lefty up here. This isn't good.
Johnny Namath batting. Hitters wasting no time swinging against Mo.
Last year had to exit prematurely, but we are happy that he decided to come back.
You thought it should go like, yeah, you're talking them off the legs like they did. That's not my fault. No, that was Tino. He still has it. Yeah. I seen him come off the field. I'm going to just let it go.
I love that about him. I saw him snap on the bench one day. I said, yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that fire.
Hey, if it don't matter to you, why do it?
Right.
And I think it matters to him how he performs. He was just like that. What you see?
Yeah.
He was like, hey, Bernie, I'm playing over here.
Jorge just trying to do an ABS challenge.
The ump waved it off, Bob.
Still throwing cutters.
Oh, yeah. He came in.
Back door.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Attaboy, homie. That's it. You missed, did you?
I do. I miss that rush.
I wasn't getting the 2 strikes, boys. Wasn't even.
You're always going to miss that, right? Nothing like it. You can't get that adrenaline anywhere else.
That's why I play pickleball and stuff like that. Do something.
Well, you remember that rush when you came into face Juan Gonzalez, right? He was a monster. Nobody could get him out.
You need a glove. You can help us out. You know, man, he was unbelievably hot.
Yeah.
I think he had a couple here.
Yes.
He had one there.
Nobody could get him out except you.
Shane Spencer with an emphatic ABS challenge, Bob.
These players have bought into the ABS. They love it. Not getting what they want from the home plate up, but they love it.
Very nice.
Should see Paul O'Neill coming up this next inning. And his whole afternoon, you know, Jack, is dependent on his first at bat.
Absolutely. Paul wants to be able to put the ball in play.
Let's get it downstairs. Meredith Barakovich standing by with Tina Martinez.
Hey, Tino, first and foremost, did you have fun out there?
Great time out there. The ground ball came in kind of hot.
I was going to say, what happened on that play?
You know, I just took my eye off it and missed it. Totally missed it.
How much do you enjoy this game every year?
I love it. I mean, not so much the game itself, but meeting all the guys in the locker room, the dinner the night before. We get to catch up with a lot of guys and their spouses. It's a lot of fun.
Now, I was speaking with Jorge earlier today about some of the stories that are told in the locker room at the dinner, and it seems like every year maybe you guys embellish a little bit more.
Yeah, we do, and it's funny because, especially in the locker room here, we start bringing up stories we didn't talk about the last couple of years. An error that Luis Sojo made in the playoffs in Oakland. It was the funniest error ever. And we had a good time talking about that one and replaying that, so it was kind of fun.
Anyone here that you don't typically get to see that you were able to see today and catch up with?
Well, a lot of guys. I mean, I don't see a whole lot of these guys at all, unless it's here at the stadium. So it's nice to see, Ron Guidry and all those guys, Chris Chandler's our old coaches, and of course my former teammates.
I'm not exactly sure where you are in the order, but you will be in that batter's box at some point in time. How do you think you're going to swing it today?
Oh, I have no idea. I played for the Bananas a couple of months ago and I struck out, so hopefully I put it in play.
Tino, appreciate the time.
Oh, yeah.
Send it back to you guys.
Meredith, thank you. Tino, by the way, doesn't have to worry about the harder fastballs that happen at Savannah Banana games. I think he's going to get some bananas coming at the plate, some nice easy ones to hit.
I think you're right. We've got David Cohn is right next to Mariano.
Mo, you're still out there. Now you called the opener, right? If we had an opener strategy back in the day, Torrey could have run you out that first inning just like
definitely,
that.
Definitely.
And you're still throwing cutters. It's still natural. Backdooring that cutter.
It's still moving. That's good. That's good.
Nice.
And the reaction is good.
Yes.
First ball to the mound. That's good.
Soriano's he's going to go deep. He's my guy.
Yeah,
Look at him.
That's good. I know. Easy. Come on, Sorry!
I still remember 1996, you coming in Game 6 in the 6th inning. Game over. Setup guy.
Yeah, setup man. Incredible.
You threw over 100 innings that year.
Oh, yeah.
In the setup role.
100 plus, 127, 130. Yeah.
Matsui might be the guy, I think. He took me deep. He still got it.
He still got it. If you throw it there.
Problem is Brujo throws nothing but sinkers. It's hard to lift him, right? unsung hero for us all those years.
Oh, my God.
He never gets enough credit for what he did. Our whole bullpen.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Natural. Bat the ball. Bam.
Natural.
Now we got Big Bernie batting right
Big
now.
Bernie, go on, Bernie!
Remember Bernie? I asked him the year he won the batting title. I said, Bernie, what do you think about when you're going up to the plate? You know what he said? Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Just see the ball, hit the ball.
Just see it.
React.
See it.
Hey, Paulie, you ready, man? You got the weighted bat over there?
Oh, boy.
Hey, your little front there, Bernie.
Paulie, let me see that tomahawk. Let me see that tomahawk. Yeah, he got his earpiece out.
Had to do it, didn't he?
He practices
He
swinging
didn't have a
right field
curveball when he
I think
played,
can I
let
throw the ball
alone now.
Paulie? He's out there in right field doing this.
You're up, you're up, you're up.
Still got some bat space.
All righty. Hey, everything you heard about me and umpires is all false.
I just hope there's a water cooler over there.
Always my best friends back here.
Over there for us. I used to tell every umpire, don't let him get in your fucking head. It's always trying to do. Yep.
It's you again, huh, Flash? Hang on a second. I'm going to slip all over the place here. Hey! That was a ball, right? That's nice. Hey, take a little off, Mark.
Ball. 2 up.
Groove one. Oh! Heads up over there. Was that a slider?
The cutter.
Oh, cutter. I couldn't hit those when I played, let alone now.
Ball. Was hit, right?
Not really. Oh! No harm, no foul.
Hey, Cam, how you doing, man?
Hey, good.
I'm on the mic. I just wanted to get a couple words from you.
Oh, yeah. Love that. Love that.
Yes. So, your demeanor on the mound, your accountability, I think, is the most impressive part to me. After the games, when you don't pitch well, you're right there. I didn't do my job, whatever it is. Where'd you learn that from?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think probably just kind of how I was raised, my dad is a police chief, so kind of always taught me to be humble, and I feel like I'm pretty self-aware of when things go well and when they don't. So try to take accountability. I think the biggest thing in New York is, with the fans and that they appreciate accountability, and there's really no room for excuses. Just kind of own up to that and make adjustments, between starts.
So I met somebody, little birdie told me back in college that you went to a frat house and stole the shower head. You took it off, and then the next day you came back and put it back on as a prank. Are you a prankster like that?
I mean, not really. I feel like, I always like messing with my buddies. I feel like I got that personality, but nothing too crazy. That's a good one, though.
Is it true?
I don't remember. I do not remember. It's probably true.
I like it. So as far as pitching goes, your stuff has been so great. Obviously, 3 different types of fastballs. I see you hold your changeup grip. You start with it. I know you got one. I haven't needed it yet.
I don't got one.
You don't get?
No. I just hold it like that, just to I don't know, just make sure there's no tipping or anything like that. I hold it like that, then I always got to adjust, what I'm trying to throw, and the game's so analytical now. You can pick that stuff up, and I see us. We get a lot of signs from second base, on make sure I don't have that, you know, possibility. So I just kind of hold that. Maybe down the line we'll add one, but for now it's been pretty good without it.
Very good. Very cool. So what do you look for in between innings? Do you get some objective information, look at the numbers, or are you pretty much a feel guy? A little bit of both?
Yeah, I have my game plan before the game, and I feel like I'm pretty, you know, locked in terms of, you know, how I want to attack those guys. And yeah, sometimes you got to make adjustments out there, you know, in between innings. And you know, I'm young, I'm still learning. Like, I don't have, you know, the, you know, composure like Garrett and Max to kind of make adjustments, you know, 2 pitches, you know, in. But you know, I'm working on that, and that's the goal to get to. But yeah, it's good to come in here, you know, in between innings, especially if I make a mistake that I can make an adjustment, you know, next time through. I think the best players do that in between pitches.
You get some feedback from Matt or some of the guys if things are a little off? Or
yeah, Matt's talking, Desi's talking. Again, Garrett comes down, Max will come down, Carlos comes down. When they feel like they need to, you know, add some input, they will, and you know, I'm happy to listen. So.
Yeah, it hasn't been too much input for the most part. You've been so good, so dominant. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy watching. Finish up strong.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You got it.
Kind of interesting to hear Schlittler with Coney, Bob. I'm not sure if you noticed, but when Meredith was interviewing Tino, Schlittler in the background making sure he had his picture taken with Mariano.
And Schlittler starting game 3 of the series, Yankees Braves, looking for a bounce back performance. So to David's point, always accountable, always really insightful about breaking down his outings post game.
All right, man. I'm out here at third base. Nice play by Soriano out there in left field. Who we got here? Flash. He was talking smack earlier today. Big Nelson on the mound. Couldn't ask for a better day here. Homer, we got one, baby. That's what happens. Nice play, Jeff. Got him, baby. Making it look easy. Luis Sojo, third baseman. Second base, he bounced around a little bit. Super utility. I love every second of that. I'm up second next inning, so get the fireworks ready. Oh, this is great. These guys here, man, that paved the way for everybody. Well, Paul O'Neill was my favorite. Watching him play, his tenacity and energy. Just want to build off. I'll take that. Get there. Hey. Hey. How about that, guys? Still got a little bit in the tank.
Todd, that was a legit backhanded throw right there.
Well, I knew Tino was going to catch it, so we'll take that. Hey, it's the glove.
Were you using a first baseman's mitt?
No, nobody needs to know about that.
Now all you're going to do is get a base hit, your MVP.
That's it. Oh, man, time to go hit.
Great play, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I knew you were going to catch it.
Well, Jack, you know what they say, great play in the field, and then what do? You come around next half inning, he's batting second, could have, like he said, fireworks.
I got to dig in a little deeper on the man at the hot corner using a first baseman's mitt. A very slick play. Todd Frazier's going to be showing that to every kid that he coaches.
Hey, I did like using a bigger glove, but not that big. That would help. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Man, let's go. Don't embarrass the pinstripe.
Lee is on me right now, so I got to go out and mash.
Don't embarrass the pinstripe.
I got a fan tell me to play third today. That's crazy. Appreciate the comment, though.
Todd, that play was so good, we just showed multiple replays of it.
Did I look like I knew what I was still doing?
Oh, you looked like you knew exactly what you were doing. And the fact that you airmailed that all the way over there, you didn't even bounce it.
I knew I had time. You got to know who's hitting, right? You got to know do your homework.
Off balance, and I wasn't doing enough strikes, so you got to figure out how to do something.
Simplify or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
The different faces as tonight or no?
Yeah.
was for me too.
It's just like a weird. It's just like a. There's no scouting report, right? Like they know what kind of.
Yeah.
I was sitting, waiting for me to throw a curveball, just like stuff like that, where it's like you think so, it's like you see them enough, like everyone's gonna be sitting on your switcher.
100%.
So it's like,
Oh, I remember.
I do. Yeah, exactly.
Played 6 years for the Braves.
Facing like guys who know you, catchers, things like that. Yeah.
I think they're in your head.
It's like there's no surprises with that play, right? I mean, it's so long and watch it all the time that it's just like, okay,
They need a shortstop here. All right. All right, guys, here we go. We got to get our timing down here. Nice. Oh, baby. RBI time. Thanks, baby.
Adam Ottavino taking third base.
What's up, baby?
I can't wait to get to your area.
I'm here. Love all for the umps, you know that.
Love this dude, yeah.
Yes. Oh, feels good.
I'm backing up.
Third base.
Johnny, thank you. Turn that into a double. Johnny! I'll take that. Oh, let's see. Nah. Okay, switch. Guys, this is the coolest thing, man. I'm telling you. How big is Alfonso Soriano? He is
Gotta back up, you know?
You.
I don't trust it. Somebody's gonna rocket one down here.
Oh, ribby time.
Boy, you can really swing it. You can really swing it.
Hey, another one. Let's go. Good stuff. Here we go, brother. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man. There to go.
Hey guys, I'm here with Ryan Weathers as he watches his dad at first base. We saw an unbelievable play last night from Garcia Jr. out there, basket catch. Did you think your dad was maybe going to try to replicate that out there on that one?
No, I told him you do not need to do anything crazy, do not get hurt today. So I'm glad that he gave that the switch for sure.
How fun has this been for you to see him put on the pinstripes again and get back out there?
It's fun. Obviously, he was a part of several different organizations, but he always loved it. His favorite was playing for the Yankees. It's really cool for him. I mean, this is actually the first time he's been to new Yankee Stadium, so it's been really cool for him.
And there he goes, final out right there. How do you assess it? Give me the breakdown.
There was a ground ball hit second. He had to sprint to first. I got a little nervous for a second, but no, he's doing good. He's having fun, so that's fun.
I know you were in the dugout taking some pictures with some of your teammates and your father. What did that mean to you to be able to do that and have some of them meet your dad?
For sure. I think for the fans, I think it's like it just shows like being part of the Yankees. Like it's truly a fraternity, and it's really cool just being able to see everybody come back, and obviously have my dad here for sure.
All right, you were out there playing a little first base. How are you feeling out there with your son watching you from the dugout?
Well, now I see how hard it is for them to do a good job. But it's good, man. I love being on the field, so it's fun.
He was saying he told you don't do anything crazy. Did you have his voice in the back of your head as you were out there?
I did. My whole family said, Dad, do not do anything stupid. So I tried to be calm as possible. But if there had been a ball I could dive at or go for, I would have.
How much are you enjoying today?
It's good. It's the first time I've been back to do this, and I wish I had done it earlier. It's great seeing all my old teammates and just being able to get on the field again. So it's really cool.
Now, if your son could get on the mound and you could get on the batter's box, would you like that matchup?
I like my odds right there. I'm very confident in my abilities. No, too old for that. Couldn't get out of the way of it.
Hey, I'll reverse that. You in the batter's box, him in his prime. What do you think? Who wins that?
I mean, he's going to throw that sinker. I'm probably going to beat it into the ground right to third base and then come back to the dugout and be like, how did I get out on that? But he probably shattered a couple of my bats for sure.
Hey, so cool to see you guys both here. I will let you enjoy the father-son moment.
Thank you.
Send it back to you guys.
Thanks, Meredith. We're going to enjoy this. Dellin Betances stepping up as a hitter.
Dellin Betances against Mike Stanton, Bob, and Adam Ottavino is in the on-deck circle.
Little flex at first base from Dellin Betances for the signal.
I can hit righty, but it doesn't feel good right now. the swing's not dialed right-handed. I got to swing at that.
Down in front.
Adam, what did you see? What did you hit? How does it feel?
Let's go. You see that? Hey, left on left. I'm like Bellinger.
Hey, that looked good.
That wasn't bad.
I got to be honest with you. That was really good.
I can hit. It's just been 20 years.
Hey, Todd, just so you know, we scored yours a hit.
I would hope so. It was hard because Johnny had to go back. You know, it's probably about 3:30 out there. It's tough to judge. Adam, I got to be honest, dude.
I don't hear anybody, but I might be mic'd.
Put your other earpiece in.
Yeah, he is mic'd, Todd. Let him know that.
Oh!
Wow, I can't hear anything. So I need to plug this thing in.
Tell you what, that's a really good golfer right there, too. What a swing. Oh, Mariano, let's roll. Hey, Luis. 2-0. You better be careful.
Mariano does have an inside the park homer in one of these games, Bob.
I'm ready. Got it, baby. Oh.
I got Tori. Let me talk to Joe, all right? Hey, Joe.
Yes.
So,
Yes, let's hear it.
what's the first thing you think about when you think about 1996?
Grind.
It was a grind, right?
I mean, but they wouldn't be. I remember we had the meeting in Detroit after we had a tough series, and Baltimore was sneaking up behind us, and just look in the eyes of you guys, and it was like, we're okay. Okay. I mean, big games, and you know, and you can flip a coin on who was going to be the hero, and that was the best part about it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think about is the look when we beat Baltimore for the right to go to the World Series. That you finally broke through the barrier, all the emotion. Both your brothers, you know, all the emotion.
Yeah, I certainly remember that. That's where the crying, I know. And Reggie worked his way into the dugout.
Yes.
But no, that you know, when Derek made the play on Cal and the thing was over with, and I'm going to the World Series. And the interesting part is, Coney, you go in the World Series, and we show up here. Of course, we got rained out for Game 1, the World Series, and there was a telegram on my desk from Sandy Koufax congratulating me. You know, and you know, you never know who's listening or watching, and it was so emotional for me that whole time. Even, you know, when you get to the World Series, as long as it took me to get there, I'm not even thinking about winning. Of course, when you put the uniform on, you know, you're in gear. But after we lost that first game, I remember calling Pettit in after the first game. I said, Pet, what happened? He wins 21 games that year. He says, Skip, I thought I had to do something else. I said, no, you did a pretty good job winning the 21. You don't have to change much. And what happens? Game 5, he's a masterpiece. And I'm not saying this because you're on the other side of this microphone, probably the best decision I made going into that series was pitching you Game 3. And you understood why, because you were the only guy that had pitched in Fulton County Stadium. And that could be intimidating for pitchers because the ball would jump out of there. You almost opened the game up in Game 3 because, you know, and a great play at third base by Chipper. And it was pretty amazing because you'd have knocked in 2 runs that day.
Well, thanks, Joe. And it's just amazing. I think about 1996 that started the whole dynasty. You had a sort of a rebirth. You had done everything in your career as a player, MPB player, manager, broadcaster, and then you got another shot here, and then, wow, gold.
And you know, when I was offered the job, my brother Frank called me. He says, are you crazy? You realize how many managers this guy has fired? I said, I just have to find out if I could do this stuff. And again, not blowing smoke with you, Coney. The first 2 things I did when I came over was making sure we could sign you back up. That was one. And I didn't know you other than watching you. You know, but you showed me what Garrett Cole shows me. You know, just I'm going to find a way to get this thing done. And that was important. And getting Joe Girardi. I said we need a catcher. And I know Mike Stanley was popular here, but if you're gonna have pitching, you're gonna have to have a good defensive catcher. And we were able to get Girardi from Colorado.
What a magical night. Game 6, Yankee Stadium. We take the victory lap after winning the game. Boggs jumps up on the horse. I mean, we were on cloud 9.
Yeah, Boggs jumped up on the horse after he jumped up on Wetland because he was so excited about winning. You know, he had been with Boston, but they hadn't won a World Series, and you know, he comes here and he's christened. You know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, just fantastic, Joe. Well, all these years later, thank you. Thank you for everything you did for us.
It never goes away.
Back up to Michael.
Well, pretty amazing stuff. Another great Old Timers Day. And what was the thing that surprised you the most, Jack?
I don't know if I was surprised by anything, Michael. I guess I would say Betances and Adam Ottavino, a couple of pitchers coming up there and doing a really nice job with base hits, but the Clippers fall short. Their 2-run rally falls short. Bombers win 3-2. Just fun to see all the guys on the field again.
It is pretty amazing, though. Matsui gave one a ride. He can still play.
Matsui, Bernie Williams had doubles. Todd Frazier hit a ball that Johnny Damon was unable to field. We told Todd hit all the way. That the broadcast booth gave him a hit. Fun to see Todd Frazier also go to his right and make a really nice play.
Oh, the first baseman mitt.
First baseman's mitt. He wouldn't tell us why. Said he liked the bigger glove. So I guess he didn't bring his glove. We're going to give him some demerits for that.
So next year he's going to go with a highlight system.
But you know what, Michael? You were there. I was there. Listening to Coney interview Joe Torre about 1996. Man, the memories just come flooding back. And you and I saw what 95, how 95 ended. And how much of 95 bled into 96, and that team wanted to prove itself again. But a lot of new faces. Torre was new. Jeter was new. There was a lot of things that changed. Tino was new. We heard Joe Torre talk about Joe Girardi taking over behind the plate. I just thought that team was filled with so many great baseball and human interest stories.
You know, when you're in that dugout before the ceremonies, just to see how those guys on those teams, they react to Torre. Now, Torre was their leader, and he had to discipline them at times, and he gave them that stern look. But, I mean, the reverence they have for this man and what he meant to that team, and he might have been the perfect guy to follow Buck Showalter. And, you know, we always play the what-if game. What if Buck had stayed? Would have it happened with him? We'll have no idea, but we know that Joe Torre seemed to be the perfect guy for that team at the right time.
I think there was a soothing professionalism about Joe Torre. And I think, Michael, that the players who played for him didn't want to disappoint him. In the same way that you don't want to disappoint your favorite uncle or your grandfather. Joe was that man who expected so much out of them. While you were on the field and Bob and I were talking, I mentioned this story, I think it bears repeating. Joe said he wanted players who he could trust and who understood that the guy on this side and the guy on that side are just as important as you are. And if a player didn't understand that, he lost some standing and some status in Joe Torre's world.
And it was put together beautifully, obviously, by Gene Michael, Bob Watson, and later on by Brian Cash. And they just brought in the right guys, and Joe Torre was able to push them toward championships.
Yeah, and a lot went right for that team, including when you lose your first two in the World Series by a combined score of 16-1.
Yep.
And the Braves have that rotation that they have, and the Yankees come back and win 4 in a row.
All right, so what we're going to do now, Jack, is we're going to take a break. And then on the other end of the break, Bob Lorenz is going to take over with the pregame show, which means that you have to be there as well. You ready?
I'm dashing. All
right, so he's dashing. We also have a great game coming up as well. Stay tuned right here on Yes.
I'm here with Nick Swisher. Now, Swish, today is all about reminiscing. What do you remember about the first time putting on the pinstripes and your Yankees debut?
Just an honor, right? I mean, this is almost like a superhero costume. You put this thing on and you're automatically better than what you're supposed to be.
It comes with a cape, too.
Yeah, baby, I got that in the back, you know? But I just think in general, man, this is an organization, obviously, that means so much to me. I love this place. I love this organization. I love the family, the whole nine. So just for me, just to be able to be invited back to something like this, bro, year and year after, bro, it's the best, dude. It's such an amazing weekend to be able to see all these legends that made the New York Yankees who they are. It's all about being around those guys. They deserve a lot of love this weekend for sure.
Yankees always talk about the aura that comes along with being a Yankee, playing in Yankee Stadium. Which one of your teammates that you played with the Yankees do you think had the most aura?
Oh, hell yeah, Derek Jeter, bro. No stress.
That was a layup for you.
You didn't need to say much, but that man walked in the room and you were like, damn, somebody just walked in here? You just knew he was in the building. But once again, he earned that right. Like, he made the New York Yankees who they are. He was a major part of this organization. So for someone like me, just to have the ability to learn from him and just to experience all that, bro, and to be a Yankee with the captain, bro.
Doesn't get better.
It don't get better, man. It was the best.
All right, Old Timers Day today. Yeah. When we have some roll call, are we giving the salute?
Oh, obviously,
there
bro.
It is.
I'm going out to right field for the first inning, and then I got to pick up Rick Cerrone for the second at first base.
There we go. There we go.
Bleacher creatures, baby. I'll be out there. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you, Swish.
Good to see you, man.
Appreciate it. Great to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Nick Swisher always bringing the energy anytime he is in Yankee Stadium. He, of course, is back for Old Timers Day. And so many, not only players are celebrated here, but former players and their spouses as well. And prior to the ceremony today, Meredith Morakovitz had the chance to catch up with Diana Munson.
Thanks, guys. I am with Diana Munson here representing her husband wearing the number 15 jersey, as you always are. Yankees catcher Austin Wells a couple of days ago honored Thurman with his old school catcher's gear. What did you think when you saw that?
It was perhaps the most beautiful tribute I have ever seen in baseball, period. But for my husband, after 47 years, it just knocked me out.
Did you ever expect somebody to do that or him to do that? Were you caught by surprise?
Really not ever. I mean, it's been so long, and you know, I thought probably we're long past the time where they would pay that kind of tribute. So I think it caught everyone off guard, but August 2nd is never an easy day for us. He put a smile on my face for a few moments, and then the tears came.
Have you had a chance to catch up with Austin?
No, but here's my Austin thank you note, and I think I get to hug him today, and all I said, my goal for Old Timers Day is to hug Austin Wells.
That's amazing. Just what does this day mean to you and mean to your family?
Well, it's family. It's coming back. It's reliving the golden days of our lives, and it just always means so much to see the guys that Thurman played with, and they'll tell me stories now they maybe wouldn't share before. And it's a family reunion, and I look forward to being a Yankee again.
We are so happy to have you here. Enjoy today.
Thank you so much. I will.
Good. You too. Send it back to you.
Meredith, thank you. Our thanks to Diana Munson, who did get to catch up to Austin Wells as he escorted her onto the field today. So that was a special moment today.
Yeah, I agree with Diana Munson. What Wells did, Bob, was just stunning in how sweet a tribute it was to Thurman Munson.
And as always, this has been a very special day at Yankee Stadium, the 78th annual Old Timers Day. Always some great memories and a fun game as well. We thank you for joining us on a special day of baseball on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.